Hello everybody, welcome to another Ponytown video on the channel, yet a topic you guys all love and hate. Speaking of Ponytown, this game has been around for 4 years now, since its initial release way back in 2016, and as a Ponytown veteran, I can safely say that it warms my heart to see this game have changed over the years. Although, seeing this game constantly update, it's without a doubt that eventually there will be bugs and glitches, even unexpectedly, so I jot down a list of glitches and oddities so that you may find yourself amused by these occurrences while playing the game. However, I will not be including any custom servers since Ponytown is the main premise to all of this, which brought us together as its own community. Stick around to the end of the video and I'll mention some pretty cool flashback moments and patch-up features before they were removed from the game. With all that being said, let's get straight into it. Invisible glitch, or as I like to call it, the out-of-bound glitch. This one involves where you can get outside of your house from the inside. The way this works is you have to build a wall in front of your character, stand behind a wall that is facing you, and point at your character with your cursor to where you can see the wall is displaying, on top of you of course. Then drag across them and start walking upwards. You won't be visible to anyone, but you can still see your character through the walls. If you want to get out, just walk back downwards. This is fun. This is a fun way to troll your friends thinking you just disappeared or left the game entirely. Table glitch. Again, this one also involves on the party island. You can do this inside your house or outside, basically the same way as you place a wall on top of your character, except you need to get the large table from the hammer icon. Then once you set it down on your character, it will look like you're standing on it, which I find pretty funny. This is probably the only inanimate object you could stand on, so far that I know of to my extent. Boat glitch. This is an interesting glitch since it allows you to sit on a boat so that way it doesn't teleport you to the party island or to another location on the map. To get this to work, choose any character that has wings. Start by flying above the boat, then descend to wherever you want. However, moving your character at any time will still teleport you. In some rare occasions, you'll still be teleported after descending, even if you aren't too close from the boat. I don't ever use this glitch unless I necessarily feel like it, but it is funny to see other players get confused or attempt to sit with you and not knowing how you did it. Teleportation glitch. Now this one is kind of annoying and certainly not rare, but if you are on PC or laptop, switching tabs constantly will slow your game even at high-speed internet. This only happens when a player is lagging to where it looks like they are teleporting between distances. Other cases of this glitch involves where you get disconnected from the game for a split second and rejoined, only to be at a different location than you were before. I personally don't recommend this glitch unless you really want to experience some random staticking, even unintended. Now that we've gone through some glitches, let's go over some oddities. What that is, it means things that were implemented into the game by the developers that exist for a reason but don't really make any sense. The hovering effect. This one is understandable but weird to me. If you happen to be flying with any character, swapping between a different character without wings will result in an error message. Now it would make sense for hovering over water, but why not on land? If that were the case, then can't some characters be swapped by default? Well, with the latest update, it's not possible unless you choose to leave the game and rejoin as a different character that is not flying. Then there you go, now you can swap characters without getting the error message. Grabbing items through walls. Not necessarily a glitch, but I do find this funny for a coding mechanism. Since your character is able to pick up items within a 2x3 radius, I'm guessing, apparently you're able to pick up these items even if you're standing beside a wall, which I find pretty hilarious. This is useful if you want to grab a quick snack or something. Just a fun fact there. Floating on water. If you stand near the edge as close as possible to where you're about to take a dip in the water, it'll look like your character is floating or hovering above it. This is fun to use if you want to troll people in confusion or act like you're Jesus or something. Item despawn. Picking up an item on the main island of the map, if you stand or sit on top of it where you first picked up that item, then that item will not respawn, so you basically kind of despawned it unless you move out of the way. Thanks for sticking around, but we're not done yet. As promised, here are some bonus features, things that you probably missed or didn't know about Ponytown. Custom expressions. One of my favorite custom expressions would have to be the possessed emote, or as I like to call, evil eyes, which involves where you make the character have an angry expression and your eyes are looking up to where your white eyes are only showing, initially making your character look all evil and possessed, which is funny how I troll my friends with. AFK loop duration. So people have been trying to find ways to stay in the game without getting kicked for an activity. As far as I know, the only way to do that is by performing an action. So anytime you do go AFK or you have something to do on another tab, then always check back in with Ponytown. I would recommend turning your head or by pressing one of the buttons displayed on screen. This would save you a lot of time to spare so that you don't have to keep rejoining every time or waste your money on getting premium features. But it's not a big deal, I'm just saying you're entitled to those options. Party guest glitch. So for those who don't know or have not seen my Ponytown video from a year ago, when they introduced the party island, random players would be seen inside your house even if they never were invited to your party. Although this was patched up after I reported it, but it is something I cherish. Wing glitch. So after they introduced a feature where you're able to be at a state, for example sleeping, if you leave the game and rejoin, you'll still remain sleeping. However, there was a glitch where it allowed you to fly without the need of wings. However, this was patched up a couple days prior after the devs had discovered it. Although I find it funny that some of them actually follow along. The clip you are seeing now is taken from another Ponytown custom server. This is what the glitch would look like, except it required you to fly and remove the wings after you had put it on. So shout out to Polyethylene Space for adding this feature in their Ponytown custom server for this video. That is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video or at least learned something. What was your experience like in Ponytown? Let me know down in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'm Rukioto, and as always, I'll see you guys later. Peace.